Yep.
All right, Sai, our boy, also from from Reddit. Excuse me. Beat by Red Moss. Good, good.
Nice.
They're working with each other. That's good.
Let's go.
Oh, I'm getting an advertisement. Sai, what the hell, man? Are you getting
And-
monetized by SoundCloud or something? We're getting ads every time we get on your track. 2 of them too.
Brutal.
Thank you V much. Look at these little emotes. I was still learning back then. Oh, is this an older one?
Are you not still learning today?
Yeah, that's true. You ain't done yet, boy.
Yeah.
Beat by Red Moss or girl or whatever gender you are. This is 2021 after all.
This is correct.
Yeah, shout out Red Moss. Definitely got to listen to you guys for sure.
I was still learning back then. Was a few months into doing this. Oh, okay. So it was right towards the beginning.
Wow. Okay. How much are you into it now? Let's see. 4 months ago, a few months was into it.
So you're like a year in or something.
A year.
Like that.
Damn. That's.
I love that shit, man. I love hearing music from people who are in that sort of zone of like just sort of starting to pick up on a lot of the skills and stuff. Yeah, like about a year. That's always cool, especially if they're fucking good.
Yeah, exactly. That's a big difference, especially if they're good. All right, you ready?
We got it. Yep.
Sai, Survivors.
Did we read the description?
There was none.
Oh, I have one.
Oh, fuck. Go for it.
I didn't realize you weren't in the form.
Yeah, my bad.
This was a birthday gift for my best friend. We've been friends for like 7 years. Did you know that they say if you've been friends for 7 years, you're friends for life?
Jeez.
So yeah, congratulations on that. And went through a lot of stuff together. So I just wrote about that. I was still learning to master stuff, so it might be a bit rough. Okay.
Damn.
Cool.
That's fire, dude. If I wrote a song about my best friend, guaranteed it's a roast. Guaranteed it's a roast.
Yes.
You're too wholesome, Sai.
Let's hear it.
All right. Survivors.
Acoustic sounds good.
Dude, the little those little notes, accidentals.
Escaping from the darkness, leaving me behind, searching for new skies. Don't care if I'm alright, don't care if I'm alive. You're on my mind, you're on my mind, all night long. You're on my mind, all night long. I'm lifting your curse, I'm making it worse. I'm giving you my shirt, you're making me hurt, you're making me blind. At the moon I will cry with you right by my side. I wait for you to arrive. We will survive.
Nice transition. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Perfectly executed.
Cause nothing is the same with you leaving me behind. Got nothing left to say, so please hurry, come inside. I wait another day, and I wait another night. Can't hang on with all of you gone. Love is a bone, so I say so long. I'm at the moon, I will cry with you right by my side. I wait for you to arrive. We will survive.
Sheesh. That was Sai, Survivors, Red Mosque. Dude, when
Solid.
that strum down goes, like,
Oh.
it's like boom.
So nice, yeah.
You see me like floating in my chair, just boom.
Yeah, that was like perfect.
That was awesome. Yeah, that was for your friend. Like seriously, I'd be like roasting. Like this guy's balding. He's only 20 and he's bald. Like that's what I would do. But y'all are wholesome. Vibes again. Yeah, I think that's the ghosts are sitting on the beach now. They're not surfing, but they're having like a campfire.
Yeah,
it
works with that.
It's good. Let's see. So vibes, I think, is green. Content, I think I'm gonna go to production. I think in terms of the vocal mixing, the high end didn't hurt this time. Like I think this sounded less painful. Again, I think your talent is great and everything. Like the artistry is there. I think there might be a little bit too much low end, and I think the balance between the instrumental and the vocal, I think the vocal's too high. I think there's because especially with some of the cool stuff that's happening near the latter part of the song, there's like a little guitar solo that's like going higher and higher and higher.
Sure.
And I found myself that I wanted to hear it instead of the hook, but I think the hook would still be good there. Maybe just push it back in the mix a little bit. I think what I might be looking for if I was a producer on that track, I would try to give maybe just the track in general some more wetness to it, some more, I just like to say reverb, just slap some reverb on it. Like give it some room. It has that surfer rock that it sounds a little dry, and I want it to be more wet.
You could do something really nice and be careful with it, but like a good way to put a lot of space reverb into something, especially with this kind of song, use a really long pre-delay time. So like
for the reverb,
that sweep comes in or whatever, for the reverb. Sweep comes in, there's a pre-delay, which means that the reverb is not active until X number of milliseconds after. Like that's what creates those really, like I think like Adele's vocals do that a lot on like her 25 album, where you hear the vocal so presently, but then there's this huge wave of ambiance behind it.
That's crazy.
And they don't clash with each other at all. It's because you can create that separation between the reverb and whatever the track is by adding a pre-delay time to it, which most reverbs have a setting for that. So yeah, I mean,
that's crazy. That's something I would want to do in my track.
Yeah, it can be really useful. So the reverb doesn't sort of, make the track washed out. It retains the presence and gives it a big wide ambiance.
It's good that you add that. Yeah, because it's easy to just slap a reverb on it, but it might not sound like what you want it or what we want it to
reverbs,
sound like.
There's a huge variance in reverbs. Like there can be reverbs that sound totally wrong for the track they're on, and ones that take it to a whole different stratosphere.
Yeah.
So, and also I wouldn't just apply it to one track, like a vocal. That's a recipe for disaster.
No. I was thinking the whole track in general.
Yeah, put it on a bus and then send however much you want of at least a few tracks into it.
Yep.
It can be very subtle, or it can be however much if you want to create a drastic effect.
Yeah.
But yeah, that helps tie things together into the same space.
Don't know what DAW you're using, but Ableton, you would use an aux track.
Yeah,
bus. Yeah.
Aux track, bus, same thing.
But yeah, I think that was my three. I think I went through. So
we have a chat there. Well, so if you scroll up, we had a couple just about better to send works in progress on feedback streams so you can actually fix stuff.
I agree,
but it's also like it can still be very helpful so that you can take lessons away for making tracks in the future or anything that you're working on right now. But I agree, like definitely.
Back then, I didn't know what a low or high end was.
Yeah,
bro,
that's amazing.
Yeah, that is amazing. You should hear some of my old fucking tracks.
But so then the one here says,
I basically don't know anything. I just record my voice, slap it into a DAW, put stuff there until it sounds okay. Really want to learn more about vocal production so I can get more creative and consistent with it. I can't find much stuff about that online, though. Bro,
the internet is massive.
There's
so much. Yeah, YouTube.
Go to YouTube. There's this fucking puppet I fucking watch for vocal tutorials. Stay with me. I think his name is Reid Stefan. REID space STFAN. Shouts out Reid. He's literally a puppet.
The Muppets of vocal tutorials.
And he has some fire vocal tutorials, and he like shows the whole chain. I don't know if you use Ableton, but he uses Ableton. Shows the whole chain, and like he tells what each thing is doing. So bro, like you can find it. Like I don't know where you've been looking, but you can find a lot of like just find like a artist that you want. Like how you can find a type beat, just like Uzi Vert type beat. Like search it up in YouTube. There's 100 fucking videos.
I don't know
You
if
can
there
do
are
the same
type beats for this genre.
Oh, probably, dude. No, I challenge.
You
that.
can find stuff like it, but type beats is a very specific to hip hop thing.
Sorry, so that's my culture.
My song is a type song.
Yeah.
This is, I guess, you could find. Well, either way. I mean, where are you going with that? Like,
I was just saying, like with like tutorials, that shit's hot right now. That shit's all over
there's
YouTube.
so many vocal chain tutorials out there.
Yeah. So you can find it, man. Just
type it in the search box.
Yeah, go to YouTube. Just type it in. I gave you a specific one. Reed Stefan. If you want to go there, like
for puppets.
For if you like puppets. I learned a lot from his chain, and I actually recently I learned from a couple of his chain. Like first, when I started out, I didn't want to buy any plugins, so I was like, oh, let's do the stock Ableton chain video. Where you don't have to buy any extra things, you just make it sound decent. And to be fair, yours sounds pretty decent now. It's just that I wanted personally to add a little more wetness to it, give it more space. But yeah, go to YouTube, man. There's people that do like live stream that shit, like me included. I live stream my stuff. I do a little plug. But like Kenny Beats, if you're into hip hop like me, like he's super thorough, a producer that does tutorials all the time when he live streams. So yeah, just look for it. Yeah, overall track, I think it's again Yellow to Green. I can tell you guys have the talent there. It's just on the production side, I would change a couple things if I was a producer on it. What do you think, Josh?
Sure. So vibes again, love it. I think this
that actually I might change that to. Because I think the vocals weren't painful to listen to.
Yeah,
I think it might be a green.
It was a little bit better than before. I think there's still a couple of asterisks there.
Yeah, because wetness might be a preference thing.
Yeah.
So I think it's solid. It's good to go. But me as a fan of yours now, that's what I wanted.
Yeah. Well, usually when I hear somebody like one of us say, I think it needs more reverb, it usually means that there's actually an issue with presence somewhere. So it means like, I feel like something in here is too close to my face when I'm listening to it. Yep, vocals. That's usually what makes somebody say they want to hear more reverb, to make it sound like it's further away in a space, or to give it more of that side stuff because it's right here, and it's like you want to make it wider.
It's like
there's like doubles and stuff, which
and I'm wondering when it sounds mono.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's a good question.
Because sometimes it cancels.
Yeah, that's a good production tip too. Like you should actually try mixing in mono if you can, to get it to the point where everything is balanced, and then flip it. Have you heard of that?
No, I've heard of it, but I don't do it.
Okay, well this is kind of.
But I should do it. That's a good tip.
This is like an insider tip, but the OG way to do it, you get something called a mix cube. I think Aventone makes one, and Behringer makes one. It's this little speaker. It's like a 4-inch speaker or something, or maybe it's a 5-inch speaker. That it's a box you put in the center of your setup, and you can you can mix, or you can use it as a reference speaker. So when you flip to this thing, it has no low end and it has no high end either. But it really illuminates your mid range. So it's like, you know how you have a blind spot when you're driving in your car? Like there's certain points where you just can't see. Well, the mid-range often is sort of an area like that, because mid-range is variable between all different speaker systems more than any other part of the frequency range. That's where most people have issues with like timbre, because most timbral elements and timbral characteristics and colors live somewhere in the mid-range, right? But all speakers have different boosts and different cuts somewhere in the mid-range. So it's very hard to get it right. What a mix cube helps you do is like have a magnifying glass into the mid-range, and it's also a mono speaker. So you can either flip your speakers into mono or your DAW into mono, and try mixing. Try doing your whole mix in mono until you're ready to apply stereo. Right?
That is such a good tip.
And it's crazy what it does, because when you're in mono, any phase imbalances or phase cancellations between tracks that are panned left and right, you will be able to hear immediately, because they will be canceling out when both of the signals are summed together.
I'm going through this right now with a song I'm doing. Like I did what is it? I actually have a sample from Naruto, a sample that I got legally.
Sure.
But I put I think it's like a delay plugin, where a stereo delay. So I just wanted it to sound wider. And when I listen to it on stereo speakers, it sounds fine. I put it in the UE Boom, which is a mono, and it like sounds really quiet.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Probably because it's doing some cancellation.
Crazy mix in mono. That's a good tip.
Yeah.
Found the clip for the week. That's a good tip.
Yeah, I was
like
just thinking that. So yeah, that's definitely something that could help.
Taylor Bands, yo, what's up, bro? Thank you guys so
Mixing
much
and-
for the feedback. I'll keep all that stuff in mind for all the stuff I'm working on. Currently trying to work on an EP. I'll definitely come back to you guys with feedback. Bro, send us that EP. I'll be looking
Send
out
it.
for it.
Oh, but one important thing here also, there's still an issue with high end on the vocals.
Oh,
And I thought there was too much high end and a little bit too much of the low end, low mids on the
Yep.
vocals.
Yep.
Those are my two main production qualms with that part.
qualm.
And I think that will help to make it. It might even be just the level. Like the vocals could maybe just be taken down like half a dB or a dB or something, to make it sit better with the rest of the mix and make it feel wider. Because when you have anything that sticks out too far, it creates too much of this sort of like Z dimension depth and then not enough of the sort of horizontal width.
Yeah.
So that's why it's important to make sure that things sit on like somewhat of a level plane with each other. They can, dynamically play around with space in the mix, but if something's too far forward, now the band is 30 feet back.
Yeah.
And that's weird.
That's the thing. I literally found myself in the latter half of the track like, man, I want to hear what Red Mosque has to say in the back. Because you're doing a hook and the hook sounds good, but I've heard it before. The beat's changing. I want to hear what the beat is doing.
Yeah. So yeah, I think those are the main production tips that we have.
Yep.
So I mean, again, vibes totally green. Content, I would give it a green. I think it's a well written, put together song. I think you have a really really good ear for arrangement. That's what I get from this. Like I was super impressed by that part where there's that strum thing.
Yeah.
That's actually not easy to do. Like that needs to be done in a very small window of like timing and like how those instruments layer when they come back in together. And that's done as professionally as I can imagine it.
Red Mosque.
Yeah.
Vocals too.
Yeah, that was really good.
Shout out Red Mosque.
So yeah, great content arrangement. The song is great. Just a couple of production things which would make it yellow for that.
Yep.
And then overall, I would again do a green with lemon lime or with an asterisk.
Yeah, with the green asterisk. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear more.
I think you have purple potential though, for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's cool. All right, I think that's our last song though. Thank you guys so much for feedback.